So hello and welcome. We are out and about again, and as you can see by my beautiful attire, I've got my bike out. Not my standard bike. I'm riding the Gin X. It was delivered to me yesterday over in the Peak District, and I'm parked very close to Ladybower. And I thought I'm going to give this a bit of a run, give it a bit of a test. I've got my standard XT4 in my back with me, 18 to 80, I think it is on there. So we are going to take a few photographs on the way around. I'm heading on a trip I've never been before. Theoretically, it's a 25k ride, but I'm not sure how far this bike will go because it's not really an off-road bike, and I don't know its capabilities and I don't know my capabilities. So we'll see how far we can get riding up the side of, is it Derwent Water? Or Derwent Reservoir. So we're going to give that a go. I'm on the road at the moment in the middle of this big car park, so I'm going to head off down the road. It's about a mile until we get off the road, and then we'll start riding along the side of the reservoir. I will stop and take some pictures on the way, and the trip says 0. Let's see how far we can actually get on this one battery, and I'll tell you a little bit about the bike as we go through the day. And we're out to enjoy ourselves. It's bank holiday weekend. Why not have a bit of fun while we're out? So making my way along the road down the side of Derwent Valley, Derwent Water, Derwent Reservoir, whatever it is. I was just about to go off trail and go down this little track, but there's a sign here saying walkers only. How miserable is that? Walkers only? I like other crisps as well as walkers, I must admit. There's a lot of nice flavours out there. I'm going to have to stay on the road for a little bit, and hopefully down here I can get on the actual trail and ride somewhere other than tarmac. Because I do need to test this little thing out a little bit more than just riding it on the road. So we've just stopped up at the top of the first dam, and as you can see through this gateway that you can't actually get onto it, which is a shame because this is all locked up, because it's a dying shame that you can't actually walk out onto that. But I think there's a shot through these first set of railings, so you've got that gate and get that perfect symmetry with the archway and everything. I think that'll make quite an interesting shot, and with it being raining outside, it looks quite soft and drizzly. I'm going to get my camera out of my back of my bag, point it through these railings, and see if I can get a couple of shots, or just at least one, with this nice symmetry and the shape and the pattern. And I've never been up here before, so it's a first for me. Right, so the hard thing with trying to get that shot and trying to get the symmetry was to line up the little doorway in the far one exactly in the middle of the metal bars. So the imagery is going to come up on the screen now. Tell me if it was a success or not. Very, very, very precise work to get that perfect symmetry, and I hope I managed to get it. Now I'm going to carry on up, see what else I can find, and try and get another view of this reservoir, maybe looking back. There's an actual path up here, so we'll have a bit of a nose. Up at the reservoir still, up at the top there, got the big dam behind us there, and just doing a few more handheld shots. Didn't bring a tripod with me because I didn't think it was worth it. So just tried a few that I can get this nice line coming from the bottom of the shoreline and then leading back. The only problem I've got is the top of that dam just clipping that hill, and you know what I'm like with things like that, it really doesn't work. So I've tried to shoot up, and I've got down low underneath the fence just to see if that works as well. But all in all, pretty good. I like the actual atmosphere, and the further around I come, it comes away from that edge, but I seem to lose that nice flow. But I'll get another one from this side as well, and I'll put the two up and tell me which one you prefer, the one that's where it's clipping the top of that hill, or the one that's without, if I manage to get one. Okay, just a little bit about the bike while we stopped at the top. You can see the next dam over in the distance there. So this is the Gin X. This is an electric bike, as you've seen me riding before. We've got 7 Shimano gears, we've got 5 power assist, we've got a 48 volt battery. I think it's a 615 milliamp battery. You've got these nice grips on the top as well, these lovely little grips, so you've got the palm rest on them. You've also got hydraulic zoom brakes, which is really, really good. The hydraulic discs really do seem to stop it. 100mm travel suspension on the front, a nice little frame, and of course a bike rack and full mud guards. So I'm getting no splashing, no wet and no mud all over me. It's got a customised seat on it at the moment. It's got this nice cushion, comfy padded seat, but all in all, so far, it's a nice little ride along this road. Yet to be tested properly off-road, but yeah, it's not really designed for that, is it? Let's face it. But yeah, cracking little ride, and makes this job of coming down here to the end of this very, very easy. So you've all seen me riding a bike before. That is not new for anybody, especially if you follow my channel from afar. I've been out on these electric bikes and things like that many times. I've just stopped and taken a few photographs. I've got to get a few from the bike, because that's basically what I'm doing. I'm having a look and testing it and reviewing it for them. The company Gin X have been going now for a year and a half in the UK, so they're quite a new company, and they're making bikes where the brakes are on the right side. They're giving you a lot of bike for the money, really. You know, you're getting your full electrics, good battery, good power, you're getting puncture-proof tyres, you're getting hydraulic brakes, which are fantastic, and all for, I think, just under £1,000, which I think is an absolute fantastic thing to do, because people haven't got the money to be paying stupid amounts for bikes. And like I say, for something like this, a 25k walk, you know, if you can do it on a bike and take pictures and get out and enjoy the countryside a bit, why not? If you can afford to do it, why not? Right, so a bit more about the bike. What can I tell you? The screen, the display is lovely on it, absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I've got 7 Shimano gears, which means I can change gears, I can exercise if I want to exercise, I can use the power, or if I want to whack it into full power, so I punch on the old buttons and go up to 5, it kicks in and away we go. This thing, whoa, on the road, flies along, absolutely flies along. It's also got a throttle with it as well, which I'm going to just try and see what happens if I put the throttle on. So I've got the throttle on at the moment and I'm not even pedaling, it's going on its own. Absolutely stonking. And the second you put your foot on the brakes, the second you put your hand on the brakes, it's got sensors in them, so it actually stops the motor running. So yeah, really good idea that. So let's just drop the power back down. We don't need it on full throttle, because I'm just bimbling along through the woods. I managed to get a couple of good photographs as well back there, looking down the reservoir. Absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. There was a rainbow at one point, but I'm not sure whether it's the rainbow was in the right place for a picture, but it was definitely worth taking a shot of. So we've made it up to that next one now, the one that was in the photographs just now. This is the next reservoir up. The water level's quite low down there, but it's a little bit higher up here, obviously, because this is the one that feeds the one below it, and so on and so forth. But there's also another shot through these railings. This time we won't have the railings on the inside, so I'll be able to get up close to the bars and get a shot of the top of this. So I'll spin you around, I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to try and, I'm going to take a one like that, I think, first of all, so we get the lines from both sides coming in, and then we're going to probably zoom in a little bit more, and then we'll just get one of the top. And if I flip it around sideways, so we've got something a bit like that, just of a shot looking through that archway with that subdued mistiness going on in the background. Just come up a little bit away from the main little gate and looking up at this now, and again, I really like this. I know the sky's white, I know it's bland, I know it's boring, but it could be a black and white conversion, but it's that subduedness that you're getting with that drizzle. Even though it's super hard shooting, even a handheld, I've got the ISO up at 400, and I'm just trying to hold it as still as I can using the image stabilizer. But yeah, that drizzle's just, it's nice in the photo, but very hard, because it's just every direction. It's not actually coming down in any one direction, it's all over the lens. But yeah, I quite like that. I really do like that. I think it's a nice little shot, and I've taken a few variations of it as well, because you've got to fill your boots when you're out. So the Gin X is definitely powering its way to a triumph today. Coming along this route, we've come off the road now. I'm heading up this trail, and we've gone from tarmac onto a trail. So this is where the terrain is going to change slightly. It's going to get a little bit looser underneath, a little bit less stable, less tarmac, and we're going to have some loose ground, some pebbles, some rocks, and maybe a little bit of hills and undulations as well as we go. So we've got sort of, it is a hybrid sort of bike. It should be how to handle a little bit of the off-road stuff. So we'll give it a go, but we're actually at Slippery Stones now. This is a lovely, lovely little old bridge. There's got to be a photograph here somewhere. So I'm going to see if I can find a shot. But I'm stood up on the bridge at the moment, and you can see you've got the rocks down there and the water. And this is renowned for a swim-in location. So that part of me that wants to do this is really tempting to get down there in that water. But we know it's so chilly. And it's having the right gear with you as well, isn't it, obviously. But yeah, this is pretty. Very, very pretty. There's got to be a shot of this bridge somewhere though. Let's go down the grass and have a look back at it so the sun's shining against it, see what we can do. So I've come down to have a look and see if I can see the bridge, but there's some people underneath it feeding the ducks and stuff, and you've got this big tree that's sort of obscuring it a bit. I've taken a couple. If I can make them work, I'll put it up on the screen for you. F11, F8, just to try and different variations of f-stops with sort of depth of field, but on the Fuji it makes very little difference at those sort of f-stops really. Yeah, this is quite nice, but I don't know what the sort of conditions you need to make this work, apart from having no people around. But yeah, right at the top of the reservoir now, right at the very tip of the reservoir, and the trail goes off this way and back round, up and over. You can actually see up that way, which is where people are going. So it's definitely a bit more undulations, up and downs, hills, and yeah, a bit more of a test of the bike, but better on the way back, because then at least I know I've got quite a good battery at the moment, and we've used the battery, and if I get back and I've got no battery, then I'm okay. But getting to here and having no battery, it's a long way going that way. So yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it. Not my style of bike, but I'm definitely enjoying it. So as this is a photography show, I thought I ought to take a bit of a photograph. So say oh look, I've got the perfect opportunity. I've got two sheep coming into the shot as well right now, but I've got this lovely bank up in the top, and I've got this lovely leading line of this river as well. So as these sheep walk over the top of this this bridge, I'm hoping they're going to go over the top of the bridge, and as they do, they should just give me a bit of interest other than the bridge and the leading line of the water. But I've got this lovely little stream in this bottom left corner leading up to a little tiny wooden bridge, and then as your eye goes up to the top of the peak, you get these lovely pinks and purples of the top of the like mini mountain, if you like. And I just love that two-tone colour between the two. They're just going to walk over the bridge now, so let's see if we can just snap a quick one of this with them on the bridge. Here they go, up onto the bridge. 3, 2, 1, poses. Fantastic, right on the bridge. How cool is that? Yeah, couldn't have asked for better really, to be honest. But yeah, I do like that one at the top, and I'm even going to go for a simple minimalistic shot as well. I think I'm going to try and just get the sky, the tree. Oh, that is fantastic. The sky, which is bland, the pinks, the yellow of the top of the mountain, and then those pinks and the two tones, and the sheep are coming towards me, and as they come towards me, I'm going to try if I can get them as well. Come on, keep coming, sheepy, keep coming. Keep coming. You're doing a real good at posing there. You really are. Fantastic. Oh, and then they run off. They're gone. Yeah, told you it was a photography show, wasn't it? I like that. I think that's a really lovely shot. Right, I'm going to head that way now into the rain. Yeah, we're definitely going into the rain. come up and had a look on the reservoir coming back the other direction as we cycle right up around the top, and we're getting a nice little view between these trees. And where the rain's laid off, it's given me a chance to actually take a few photographs now. And what I've done is I've managed to get myself in a position where I can just about cut off the top there, so I'm not actually getting any of the sky in, because the sky is quite bland, and then making this nice sort of dark image with these little towers sticking out, and bring out all the texture on the actual stonework, and that nice little green strip across the top looks really, really nice. So hopefully that work. F8 standard, pretty bad little shot. Say hello, look, we've got lots of tourists around today. It's pretty, isn't it? It's pretty nice. So yeah, all in all, not a bad little shot that. I think that's going to be quite a potent one once it's all put together. Whoa. Well, I've got a little bit of a snotty nose. That's been a fantastic little trip round. As you can see, I'm back roughly now to the start. I'm back at the little bridge. Now, if you haven't seen my videos from this place before, please have a look at them. I'll put a link up in this top corner for you to sort of take you back into, oh, I don't know, several years ago I would have thought. But I actually had my drone out down there, and I know you're not supposed to. I've only found out recently that you shouldn't fly drones, and I actually flew underneath the bridge. But down there is the classic shot, taking a photograph back towards sunrise and stuff, you know, stuff like that. There's also a little barn up on this top corner up here, which is really, really quite nice. But this little Gin X has been a bit of a treat today. 26k, 25k maybe, but an absolute breeze. Up and down the slopes, power it on, power it off, just use it as and when you need the extra power, and it really is good. I'm really, really quite impressed with it, quite pleased with it, and I've enjoyed riding it. I'm going to end the video now because there's no more to get down this end. Whatever photographs I've got were all out on the far end, and I really enjoy going down it because it's somewhere I've never been before. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thumbs up please, it really does help the channel. Don't forget share as well. Hit that share button, share it on your Facebook, on your Instagram and things like that, because it really does matter. If you get people out there watching the videos, then Google will actually put the videos out more and more and more. So till next time, ciao for now, see you soon. And if you can get a chance to test ride a bike, or if you want to test ride a bike, because I've got the other bikes as well, if you want to have a go on an electric bike and you live local to me, I'm in Cheshire, so just give us a shout. I'll come out, meet you, take you for a bit of a spin on one of the bikes and see what you think, and just give you an insight to knowing what they're like, because before I ever rode one, I was no idea what they did, and it's like riding a bike with help, and that's what it's like. Ciao for now, see you soon.